Rodgers is entering his second season with the New York Jets after his first ended much sooner than anyone expected. In the wake of Rodgers tearing his Achilles in the home opener versus the Bills, could a second Super Bowl be on the horizon for the star quarterback? Hall of Famer Kurt Warner has a strong take about what it would mean for his legacy. Take a listen.
Aaron, is one of the best quarterbacks our league has ever seen. But he doesn't get into the greatest conversation until he gets to another Super Bowl. The New York Jets, who have never won, and this could maybe set Aaron, in kind of a different category.
So many friends today. I don't know what to do with myself. Super Bowl champion Damien Woody in the house. Great to see you, sir.
Same.
And the queen, Kimberley.
Hey.
How we doing?
I'm good. I'm good.
Stephen A., you want to say hi to your friends?
Notorious Liberace. What's going on, big boy?
What's
going on, baby?
Liberace.
I like that suit, baby. It is pretty fly, if I should say so. What's up, Kimberley? How you doing, girl? How's everything going? How's everything?
You gonna come to work? You gonna come here? Where? Why are you hiding? Are you scared? Like, why are you not here, Stephen? Why are you not here? Answer this question.
Do you have any idea how ridiculous you sound when you say, "Am I coming to work?" When I'm always working 7 days a week. I would add. Thank you very much.
Okay, Brick. I just miss you. That's all.
Right.
Don't worry. I just miss you.
Well, that's it. You know what? I miss you too. I'm sorry. See, I usually would know that, but Molly has jaded me just a little bit. Molly has jaded me a little bit. I really.
Well, how do I get
I would assume.
I should have just started with I miss you.
I normally would have assumed, you know what, you missed me. Then Molly would have accused me of being arrogant and all of this other stuff on national television. I didn't want to give her that ammunition. So she messed with Kimberley. She messed with our vibe.
Stephen A.
She messed with our vibe.
It's fine. Stephen A. I will be your punching bag. Some people have a service animal, whatever it is. That's fine. You can just take it out on me. It's all good. It's fine. I'll just continue to be nice to you.
See, that's the victim right there. That's the victim right there. She'll be my punching bag. She punches all the time, but she's the punching bag.
Football. Can I talk football?
Go for it. Go for it. Ain't nobody stopping you?
Selfie, Steve. Settle down. Seriously, settle down. Drink your milk and honey. Does Rodgers need another Super Bowl to be in the GOAT conversation? Seriously, Stephen A.
I don't even think that puts him in the GOAT conversation. Tom Brady's got 7. Patrick Mahomes has 3. Aaron Rodgers hasn't been to a Super Bowl since 2010. So even if he were to win another Super Bowl, that doesn't put him in the conversation. Now, I believe until Patrick Mahomes came along, he was the greatest talent that I ever saw at the quarterback position, the greatest talent. But not the greatest winner, of course not. And when you look at the fact that his talent is spectacular as it is as a quarterback in the National Football League, hasn't gotten him to a Super Bowl, let alone winning one, in 14 straight years. I can't defend that. And we all know he's a bad, and to me, I'm the man that coined the phrase, he's a bad man. He is that dude. I love Aaron Rodgers. I think he's spectacular. I think he's been getting a lot of heat unnecessarily, for whatever he feels off the field of play, and that's his business. But in the end, as a quarterback, the brother is something special. He's something spectacular. I love him. I believe in him. But again, credentials are credentials. Resume is resume. When we Google you, when we look you up, the numbers speak for themselves. And he's not in that category in terms of winning. Mm-hmm. So there's no way that you can put him in the GOAT. You can look at him as a great talent. But when you talk about GOAT status is about winning. That's about closing the deal. And that is something he has only done once in his career, and he hasn't done it in the last 14 straight years. No, he doesn't get to be in that category.
As much as I want to argue with Stephen A., I cannot, because when Aaron Rodgers has the same amount of Super Bowl rings as Flacco, Nick Foles, Trent Dilfer, Russell Wilson. And as you heard Stephen A. say, he's something spectacular. if he ends his career without a second Super Bowl, what's the word we used earlier? Underachiever. You're going to look at the talent that he has and say, he should have done more because he's too talented not to. The MVPs are wonderful, but when you see him 1-4 in conference championship games, when you see that 16 quarterbacks have started a Super Bowl since Rodgers last was in one in 2010, that's a problem. And I think Stephen A. touched on this, the fact that Patrick Mahomes has come into the league and done more from a Lombardi standpoint than Aaron Rodgers, you can't help but look at Rodgers and think, we need to see more. You were too talented not to win another Super Bowl.
Yeah, I think the conversation as far as the greatest all time, that he'll never achieve that. But I do think that we can change the narrative of Aaron Rodgers if he goes out and wins another Super Bowl, because he will be in rarefied air as a guy who's won 2 Super Bowls with 2 different organizations.
Yeah, it's a smaller list.
Right, it's a much smaller list. Combine that with the 4 MVPs. The thing we can say about Aaron Rodgers, like right now, he's going to be a first ballot. He's going to walk into the Hall of Fame because he's outside of Patrick Mahomes, he was the greatest thrower of the football that we've ever seen. Yeah. But because how great of a thrower he has been throughout his career, and the fact that he's only been to 1 Super Bowl and won one.
And obviously it's the same leg as the Achilles.
Yeah.
Does he have all the pieces around him, as long as he's healthy, to really make a run now this season? Is there no excuses? I'm talking line, I'm talking weapons, defense, the whole deal.
This is the most talented team that Aaron Rodgers ever played on throughout his career.
Ever played on?
Ever in his whole career.
Okay.
Aaron Rodgers has never had a defense like the Jets have right now. And then you look at what the Jets have done, what they've added offensively with the additions on the offensive line. You got Gary Wilson, that wide receiver. You got Breece Hall. You got Mike Williams, who's, although coming off of ACL, he's still a big time target. This is a really stacked roster if you look at the Jets on paper.
Yeah.
A lot of things got to go right. They got to stay healthy, but this is the best roster that Aaron Rodgers has had in his career.
If everything goes according to plan, the Jets should win the Super Bowl.
Oh.
Their plan. But that requires so many variables. And you're starting with a quarterback who's about to be 41 in December, coming off an Achilles. On paper, they look amazing.
Stephen A., why are you making that face?
What?
Kimberley Martin, how you going to sit up here on national television and say, if everything goes according to plan, they should win the Super Bowl?
Not my plan, not God's plan, not my plan. I don't know. I'm talking about their plan.
Oh, I thought you were saying if everything goes according to plan, on paper they should. Listen, even on paper, I don't look at them and view them as better than Baltimore. I don't view them as better than Philly. I don't view them as better than San Francisco. I don't view them better than a few teams in the NFL. I think they're in the mix. I think they could win it, but I don't view them as a team just based on their roster on paper that, oh, my goodness, you know what, they got it all and they should win. There's about 2 or 3 teams. Look at Houston.